This month, Essex police have been taking part in a series of operations to combat organised crime gangs. And in this first story, they chainsawed through a door in order to arrest somebody for suspicion of supplying Class A drugs. The police said in a statement that it was one of the toughest doors they've ever come across, with 3 locks and 3 bolts, and they chainsawed through it in order to gain entry. And one person was arrested for supplying Class A drugs. The door the police are referring to is called a rock door, and it is a company that has been going on for at least 20 years, and they sell a range of reinforced doors. Their website even allows you to design one yourself. So you're always hearing about the police telling you to secure your home, but it's only when they don't want to get in themselves. And back to the main story of this episode. A mother and daughter have been convicted for running a drug line. Melanie Hobbs, 42 years old, and Keani Hobbs, 23 years old, sold cocaine and cannabis from their home in Eastbrooks in the Pitsea area. They used a bank account belonging to Jack Pollard, where they moved money from their drugs into. This was part of Operation Raptor, and the police executed a warrant on September the 9th, 2021, and they've just been convicted today. When officers entered their home, they found several high-value goods, such as a hot tub and also a tanning machine. Jack Pollard was arrested for supplying Class A drugs, and Melanie and Keani were not at home at the time. It was quickly established that Keani was away and Melanie was arriving home after coming back from her honeymoon in Gran Canaria. Keani Hobbs arrived at the home soon after, and she was arrested for the same charge as Jack. The police then travelled to the airport and arrested the mother, Melanie Hobbs, when she got off the aircraft, and she was arrested for conspiracy to supply Class A and B drugs. During the search of the home, they found extensive messages on the phones that they recovered, and they belonged to Pollard, and a large amount of cocaine worth £1,000 was also found. They found £500 in money in a shoebox, and officers discovered another £1,500 worth of cocaine inside an iPhone 7 box. The hot tub was believed to be worth £5,000, and the tanning booth was £2,000, a £620 Samsung TV, and also a quad bike that they had. And none of this could be explained from their incomings. During a search of Melanie in custody, they found an iPhone 12, and officers believed that it was linked to drug dealing. They also recovered a debt list that had the names of customers, and some people owed up to £2,000. Melanie and Keani were charged with conspiracy to supply drugs, and Pollard was charged with conspiracy to supply drugs also. The trio admitted the charges and appeared at Basildon Crown Court on the 4th of March this year, and Melanie was sentenced to 49 months in jail. Keani Hobbs was recalled to prison for a previous conviction for manslaughter of a man called Vilsham Meshi in 2016. Vilsham was burnt alive inside his car when Keani Hobbs threw a flare in. He suffered temperatures of up to 1300 Celsius in the back of his Audi A3 on the February the 26th, 2015. Keani and a 16-year-old boy, who cannot be named for legal reasons, stole 6 flares from a boat inside the local marina, and they were roaming the streets of Basildon at 2 a.m. looking for some things to steal. The teens were aged 17 and 15 at the time, and they opened the passenger door of an Audi and removed the keys and Vilson's phone. It was revealed during the trial that Vilson had travelled down from Manchester to see his other wife and children. And his other wife had done an interview to say that he had a girlfriend as well, and he regularly visited them all and spent time in the car when he did do these travels. And this was why he was in the car at this time of night. The court heard that Hobbs had said "fuck it," and she threw the flare inside the car. They said that he died from smoke inhalation, but the temperatures from the flare would have been extremely high, and I think she was very lucky to have got even a manslaughter charge. And during the trial, the boy blamed Hobbs. Hobbs didn't give any evidence, and she denied her involvement, and the pair were convicted on the basis that they knew that somebody was in the car. The detective in charge of the case said what took place was very foolish and a dangerous act, and it cost Wilson his life. The basis of the conviction is that they knew or could have foreseen that he was going to be in the car. This was a complex investigation, and Keani Williams and the boy denied any involvement. Hobbs wiped away tears as she was sent down, and the boy showed no emotion as he was also taken into custody. So she must have been sentenced to about 5 years, served half of that, and now she's actually breached this by actually committing this crime. And that is in relation to selling drugs with her mother. Wilson was buried back in Albania, where he was actually from, and a lot of people attended his funeral, and his family said that he would be missed by everybody. So I thought that was really interesting to see that she got a light sentence for the previous case, and some people may say she got a light sentence for her involvement in this as well. So she'll be out in literally a couple of months. So she's been involved in the death of somebody and now also county lines. So really want to hear what people have to say on this story, and please don't forget to follow me online at Scarcity Studios on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and Facebook, and I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.